We're doing this again.
What did you bring me into?
Oh man. Hi. Okay, so we're gonna start with our stuff again.
We're here.
Yeah, we're gonna give this a try. We'll see if it lasts, how long it lasts for. We at least got 1 week for sure, right?
We're here.
Okay, so we're gonna start with Mez and Skip It. So I read a crap ton of books this week. I forgot how fun and miserable it is reading all those comics.
Yeah.
It's both. It's fun and miserable. But this is the fun part, right? This is the super fun part.
Usually is.
It usually is. Okay, so Mez. Mez mean it's not good, it's not bad, it's a meh. Read it if you like it. I'm not telling you not to read it. I'm not saying you got to pick it up. Meh. It's okay.
And most of the time, more often than not, most comics are in the meh
Yes.
section. It's generally something about it. You don't know why it can't just get over that hump of really good, or it's not so bad or terrible. You just want to be like, skip this thing.
Yeah, there's just something about it where you're like, at the end, I kind of go by my feeling at the end when I'm done reading it. Do I want to read the next one? Do I want to go back and maybe read the issues I missed?
Right.
Like, if I don't, it kind of makes it into the mez. Anyway, let's get cracking on some mez.
Okay.
You go and pick one out and see if I have the same one.
I have Nightwing 127.
Yeah, it's a meh also.
I haven't been reading current Nightwing in a while. So yeah, it was okay. But I haven't been reading. I haven't been keeping up to date on it, so I didn't want to damn it because I haven't been up to date on it. But I didn't really love it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I read this after I read a couple really bad comics, so I was like, okay, this is a little bit of a relief. I like his sister's in there. I didn't know his sister was in the comics now. I don't know if that's happening for a while, but his sister's in there. I like the Barbara's still hanging around, the relationship with her. There's a little bit of mystery in this one. I'm going to refresh my memory. I wrote mystery in there, which is kind of cool. That was interesting. Oh yeah.
The giant kaiju.
Yeah. The colors in this I put were exceptionally well. I like the colors. I don't know who this crazy chick is.
I don't know.
The villain's very clear. I really like that about this one too, where like you knew. I'm not sure last page, spoiler alert, but it was solid. It wasn't like a wow. It wasn't like a. It was pretty good. It was okay.
That's fair.
It's a man.
Yeah.
Okay. What else you got?
I don't know.
I'll show you guys more variants and stuff later too.
I'm putting this to the meh only because I really love the first few issues. This was Phantom Road 13.
Okay, I didn't.
Yeah,
that's one. There's two I didn't read this week. That's one of them. So you go ahead and talk about that.
And that's perfectly fair. I mean, it is Jeff Lemire. He is one of my current favorite writers right now, hands down. I love what he's doing, particularly with Robin and Batman. Last week, I said that could arguably be my favorite issue of the year. It's at the top right now.
Wow.
So I love the first, I think I read the first like 5 or 6 issues of this and just absolutely loved it. The mystery here of a trucker who just ends up at a diner that's completely empty and remote. This whole world just is a barren wasteland. He comes across this woman and they're like, what happened here? Like it was just this mystery of very Twilight Zone-y. And so I haven't been reading it up until then. So there's been about 6 or 7 issues I've been out of it. So I was very lost, but I appreciate everything Jeff Lemire is doing. So that's why I'm giving it a meh, because I didn't want to damn it. And I do want to go back and eventually pick up the trade and get caught up. So that's kind of why
I looked all around to show my alternate cover, and we had the same one cover, which is kind of good, I guess.
It is.
This is part 3 of 5 of the Horror Men.
No, it's like
the Horror Men.
The Horror. So,
okay,
yeah, what are you gonna do?
And this was a alternate Nightwing cover also. So if you like any of those Nightwingies, go pick them up.
I like that one better.
Okay, what do you got?
Titans.
24. Okay, I don't have that in my mess.
Okay,
but go ahead.
I mean, you can talk about. I mean, I don't know.
I'll talk about something else.
Okay. Titans, again, a series I don't read. So, but I thought it was kind of fun. I really like the art. in this issue.
Yes,
The art was very good.
it was very good.
But though I do want to go back and kind of get caught up on Titans because the series before this I absolutely loved. So there's a lot of cool stuff in here. I don't want to spoil a lot of it, but I really enjoyed where this story was going. So I giving it a meh. Same as everything else. Again, a weird week. Everything going on. We're doing. I'm reading a lot of more things that I normally don't read for our Friday shows that I do. So this was very interesting this week.
Yeah, I wouldn't have read hardly any of these books. So I picked G.I. Joe. It was it was good.
Okay.
Like, I am way behind in G.I. Joe. I read 5 second print and I read 8 that just came out.
Okay.
I liked the Baroness stuff going on in there. It's pretty cool.
Sure.
A little
skip it. So
I like that they were training. It was kind of cool. They were training her. I wish I got a little more of that. I don't understand why the Baroness is on the Joes. I missed that part.
You did.
She wasn't on issue 5, but she is now here.
Yeah.
I mean, it was okay. Like, if I was a big G.I. Joe fan, I would have felt like I wanted a little more story.
Yeah.
It felt like there was just a lot of. I don't like comics where there's kind of one thing happening and then I guess I can't categorize everything like that, but they just move locations. They go from here to there and then something happens. You get 20 pages of them going from here to there.
Right.
I mean, I did like a little bit of who's the model character? She was a supermodel, whatever. Mm-hmm. She's in there now. I can't remember her name.
Yeah.
But I like the little kind of banter between them.
It was good.
Baroness feels like she's like the shit, and this model's like, I've done all this stuff already. I've been a model. Anyway, it's a meh. It's okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, as far as Skybound is going right now, this is the one thing where G.I. Joe, it was so high, just like with Transformers. Like, they were just knocking it out of the park, and G.I. Joe is slowly just going down a little bit because it was just so high. It was so good.
I was hoping to see more Transformer stuff in the story. Like, issue 5, this is the second print, by the way, of issue 5. I just wanted more in there. Like, I was like, okay, I know the Transformers are part of this universe, but where are they at?
A big part of this.
I mean, issue 5, you get one of the Transformers are hiding in like the basement, and they can't tell anybody he's there. Like, I wanted way more.
Yeah, they're focusing on the wrong characters here, unfortunately.
I guess, yeah.
So,
okay, what else you got for May?
The first issue was a skip it. I'm moving it to meh just because Exquisite Corpse is number 2.
Okay, I don't have that in there, but I do have Batman and Robin year 1.
Okay.
In there.
And that's something
that's a meh.
That's perfectly fair.
It almost made it to the skip it's.
Okay.
I'll tell you
that bad, eh?
Well, okay, so I'll start.
Okay.
The characters there's kind of a core to a character, right? Like, this is what defines that character. And I understand where writers try to change it based on their life experience. There's a scene in here when, I'm not spoiling anything, Batman's kind of hanging out. They're talking to Commissioner Gordon. Remember, this is year 1, early in Batman and Robin. He's hanging out, and he comes to the window, hanging out in his office, and Jim's waiting for him to just disappear. He turns around, he's still there, and he goes, "I just wonder if I'm being a good dad." And I was like, no, Batman doesn't care about he's about vengeance, and we got to train this kid to help get his vengeance too. And he sees some of himself reflected in Jason Todd, because of what his parents were killed too. And, and Jason Todd was always kind of arrogant a little bit, right? And they're kind of like pushing the edges, doing what he wants to do. And Batman's just kind of like, is he really going to hang out and wonder if he's a good dad? And if he is he going to ask? Oh, he sees a picture of Barbara, and he's like, I wonder if I'm being a good. It's like, that just doesn't feel very Batman-ish to me. Insane crime fighter who dresses like a bat and is mentally deranged wouldn't be worried about being a good dad. So that just kind of threw it off for me. I was like, that didn't feel in line with the character. Maybe I'm nitpicking, but that's me.
That's fair. Entirely your opinion.
And I'm surprised about this. I'm going to talk more about Exquisite Corpses later, but go ahead.
Michael Wall, again, one of those writers that I absolutely love. His Frankenstein run on Universal Monsters was one of the best books I've read in a very long time. He's great. And so is his art. I really appreciate his art. I think the problem with Exquisite Corpses is James Tiny Onion is unfortunately probably writing a little more of this than I want to be. I think Michael Walsh could handle this story on his own. I don't think he needs somebody else coming in here and wanting to espouse and like, let's really sit here and talk. Let's have all of these people sit here and talk about what it means to be rich and having these games coming. I'm just like, I want to see the death and the carnage. Like, I want the town. I want to see that aspect of it. I really don't care so much as let's have rich people talking about, let's just sit around and have these little wagers and bets. And, you know, what does it mean to be rich? And what does it mean? Like, how evil are you? And what is it? It's like, look, James, that's great. But I think Michael Walsh needs to be taken over and doing more of the writing on this.
Well, James is rich now because of how much he charges for signatures, right?
Hey, he wasn't charging anything at some point. What the hell?
$20.
Oh,
now
my
from
Lord.
G.I. Joe alternate cover for second print. I love how they're doing these with logos in the background. Batman and Robin, alternate cover, variant cover, alternate variant. Like, I forgot what the words are. Another Batman and Robin showing off those Robin-y legs there.
Right.
You go, Tim. So I want to talk more about Exquisite Corpses.
And that's fair.
I get what you're saying. I really liked Exquisite Corpses. Spoiler alert. But I really liked it. Okay. What else you got for Mez? Anything else?
Superman Unlimited.
Okay, I'm gonna get to that one a little later too.
Much better than issue 1. Holy shit.
I'll go to Wonder Woman.
Cover's actually better too.
Oh,
I still really like that cover.
Wonder
Wonder Woman. Are you? Oh, that's a skip. No.
It's
no. Don't.
You know what? Maybe I did make it. Look at my notes. Man, I think I did put this in the wrong file. Okay. You know what?
Oh,
this should have been in a different file. You are correct.
It doesn't even need to be to skip it. There we go.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I'm not bending to Kyle. Trust me. I have notes on here that should have been to skip it. I'm not bending to his will.
Never.
I'm my own man.
You can't tell me what to do.
Tell me what to do.
Yep. All right. I
mean, we really don't agree on a whole lot right now, which is kind of cool.
And I do have Absolute Flash. We have that both here.
I'll start with this one. So it'd be nice if they use their powers.
It'd be nice if he is Flash, right?
A superhero book would be kind of cool. I want to see him doing flashy stuff. Can you run fast? Can you do work through walls? Something? Yeah, no powers. The story was kind of easy. It's really easy to follow the story. I think it's first cameo of Heatwave in the back. So I think it's a key. Check Everything's a Key Collector if you want to see. But there's a cameo in the back. I don't understand what this monkey looking thing is following him around. Again, I'm behind. First one I've read is issue 4.
I think it's Grodd.
Yeah, Grodd.
I think it's his version of Grodd.
But yeah, I just don't. There was not a lot. I don't know why they drew him with such big eyes. He's very effeminate looking. I mean, this is a choice, guys. This is an artistic choice. Look at those big eyes he has in there. What big eyes you have, Flash?
Wowza.
I mean, he has these big lashes. I mean, hey, Flash, what you got going on? I mean, I'm just saying, it's a little.
He's very pretty.
He's very pretty. So. Anyway, what do you think
about
this?
Like, I just talked about Jeff Lemire and how much I love his writing, and then you get to this, and it's like, what the hell happened to you? Like, I don't know if this is the right character for him. When I first heard that Jeff Lemire was going to be on Flash, I was like, yes, this guy can do anything. As far as I was concerned, he can write anything. He's fantastic. And then he does this, and I'm just like, you realize he's a superhero, right? Like, fights crime and does things, and he's Flash.
He's supposed to.
Yeah, and it's just him moping and whining a lot. Like, it has been this whole series, which is why I haven't been a fan of it, because I'm just like, I get it's the absolute. It's supposed to be the different, hardcore, edgy. I'm like,
it's the opposite of Batman, basically.
It literally is the antithesis of Batman.
It's the opposite of Batman. If Batman, I'm catching up on Absolute Batman. I'm on issue 3. I will be caught up very soon. And I love it. It's so good. And I'm like, we were just talking about it a little bit ago. This is the total opposite.
It really is. If he wants to come in and smash walls for no reason, he's the one that just wants to sit there and hypothesize. What does it mean to be a building? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? So yeah, I just so off.
Maybe he'll do flashy stuff. This cover pretty much sums up the issue.
Yes, it does. Standing
crane-
around.
The crane cover.
Yeah, that does not.
First off, that's a weak crane
It is
cover.
a weak
I mean, come on. Who's the artistic director at DC that said, this is the concept? And then he turns in there like, way to go, Clayton.
Yep.
Come on, man. Look at stuff. I didn't even know that was crane unless they would have, unless it wasn't in the solicitations.
Yeah.
Horrible. Horrible.
Yep.
Okay, what you got, sir?
All right, we can talk about Superman Unlimited number 2. Unless you have.
I will
I have
pick
one more.
Benjamin.
Benjamin. I had to give it. That's fair.
Go ahead.
Better than issue 1 because I really did not like issue 1. I'm still trying to figure out what this story is trying to accomplish with Superman. I'm giving it its grace, giving it its due. I really want to sit there and not automatically damn it. I really wanted to after issue 1. I so badly wanted to be like, nope, no part of this. Stupid. You get the gold power. I'm like, oh boy.
So I'm gonna talk about this in a minute.
So yeah, but I'm willing to give it its due and to let him tell his story and be like, okay, where's Superman going with this? What does it mean to have a building made out of entirely of kryptonite? All this cool stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, sure. You want to build a building out of pure kryptonite? All right.
I didn't read issue 1. If I saw a whole building, I'd be like, okay.
Okay, sure.
I know kryptonite's that malleable, isn't it? A stone?
No idea. See, again, it's all this kooky stuff, and then he gets his gold power from his statue. And it's like,
oh, I didn't see him with a statue.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So
it's a man. We'll see where it goes.
I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit too.
Sure.
So Benjamin, I didn't hate that. I didn't know what to expect of this at all. Didn't know what to expect. I was pleasantly surprised by what it was. I think the concept has a lot of potential.
Okay.
The concept has a lot of potential in it. Basically, this guy, what you're kind of getting set. I don't want to tell you anything because I'm going to spoil it. There is a lot of, I hate to say this, it's a comic. It's a lot of words. It's wordy, but it is going to sound weird description, but it's relevant wordiness. It's not just someone talking about. I'm gonna get to some unrelevant wordiness in a little bit. Again, I didn't hate it. I'm definitely going to read issue number 2. I'm going to give it a chance because I could see this going really well or going really bad. Really well or really bad, but I liked it. It's a number 1. I feel like it's worth picking up just because it's a number 1. If you like that kind of stuff, collecting the number 1s tend to hold value, blah blah blah. But I thought it was okay. It's a solid meh. Solid meh.
All right.
Okay.
Very different.
Yeah, very different. We'll definitely get to that in a minute. I can't wait to talk about some of these. Are you almost out?
I got Zatanna, the last one.
Oh man!
Again, I haven't read the first 4 issues.
No,
of this
neither
shit.
have I. I have Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon. Yeah, see, again, I haven't read. I've heard it's good. I haven't read the first 9 issues.
Yeah,
but the art looked fantastic.
I'll give this one a start. So, yeah, the art it's really good. The story is really good. The action is fantastic. I'm not a Flash Gordon guy.
Right.
I've never been a Flash Gordon dude. I mean, the art's great. The colors are great. Cool. It kind of leaps off the page at you. The writing is pretty good. It's easy to follow. Again, this is issue number 10. Yeah. I haven't read a Flash Gordon. This is the first time I have ever read a Flash Gordon comic in my life. Ever. Never read a Flash Gordon comic before. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I would actually look forward to the next one because there's a pretty cool scene at the end. It's a solid man. Again, it's not terrible. It's a very good comic book. I'm just into Flash Gordon. If I was a Flash Gordon fan, I would probably be like, "This is so good."
Right?
I'm not a Flash Gordon fan.
Those 5 people out there, they're loving it. You know what? Good for them.
Yeah, I wonder how much they. Now that I'm publishing stuff, I wonder how much did they pay for this license and what kind of royalties and kickbacks you got to get them. How much are they selling these for? Like, some things prove true. Like girls on cover sell, right? Like,
it helps.
Just saying. Tell me about Zatanna, man. Tell me about Zatanna.
I haven't read the first 4 issues, so I had no clue what the fuck was going on. But the art was absolutely stunning in this thing.
Yes.
And the beginning of this gripped me with her and her dad. and the death and what that meant. Like all of the, like I was very encapsulated with this. I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun going through here, and there were some, some really fun, just out of comic experiences through here, which I'm like, all right, that's a fun, neat. I was like, whoa, crap, okay, that's cool. So again, there were things in here I really appreciated and really loved, specifically the art, but I just didn't know what was going on, so I couldn't get fully invested into the story or into her. And again, she's a character that I take or leave. It's I like her as a supporting character, specifically to Batman and everything else. I think she's perfect in that kind of role.
Yeah.
So something on her that's purely standalone, that is kind of a tough ask, but I think she can pull it off with this series. I just haven't read the first few issues, so I don't want to damn it completely, obviously, for that reason.
It sounds to me like you really liked it.
I did.
Very cool. Here's other covers for it. We talked about these George Perez covers. They're not doing any favors, George.
Jesus,
were these like original covers of his? The colors look rough, like
dancing on his grave right now.
Oh man, I mean, there's another Zatanna cover. That one's kind of cool.
Well, it's almost like if a kid saw it, they're like, I don't want to anything George Perez related. It's like, whoa, no.
George Perez sucked.
Yeah, it's like, you dare.
I mean, there's a few George Perez covers. This here's the Wonder Woman one.
Oh God, that one's awful. Like, not good.
Oh, Wonder Woman she busted. Just saying. I mean,
yep.
Anyone that doesn't know comics will look at these and be like, George Perez, that guy's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, I got two other ones.
Okay.
New Gods. This was very close to being a skip it.
Good on you. This is, you talk about a slog here.
As soon as this page here, they get freaking politically preachy in here, and it drives me to a wall.
Really?
Right?
Vidas?
God. So they're talking about refugees. Here's a couple lines from the book. This is from the Green Lantern. Which one is this one again? John Stewart. You shouldn't need a rule book to tell you when something's right. Otherwise, what's the point of it all? They're talking about letting refugees in. So he basically goes off script he's like, I'm not talking as a lantern or Justice League, I'm talking as a soldier. And he says, all life is sacred and worth protecting. Okay, so let's get preachy without getting a lot of preachy. And then it kind of leaves it at there. And then it goes into Metron doing stuff. And there's a kid that's prophesied at the end and some other stuff. It's issue 7.
Good luck.
If I was going to read any of the other issues, so I'm okay with politics being in comics. I'm okay with politics being in comics if I don't agree with them.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy reading political stories I don't agree with. I'm the kind of guy that you can change my mind. Give me a different point of view. Give me a different perspective. You can totally change my mind. 100%. I've changed my mind on all kinds of stuff over my life based on new information, new experiences, et cetera, et cetera. But he doesn't give any other context to this. It isn't like he's not challenged at all. Like John Stewart does this thing, and all the other members are just like, cool. He's like, I'm breaking all these rules. I don't give a crap. And they're like, okay, man, go for it. You do you. None of them were like, remember the X-Men days? Wolverine's like, I'm going to kill these guys. And like, no, we're X-Men. We don't kill. And he's like, screw you, man. Bub, screw you, bub. This is what we do, right? I'm the best. This is what I do. Right. And what I do is very nice. I'm going to kill this guy. They're like, no, you're an X-Men now. You can't do that.
Right.
Like, they're challenging him on those views. There's no challenging at all, which means to me, the writer's just being like, this is how it is. The whole Justice League feels this way because they didn't challenge this guy.
Interesting. Very new Godsy.
Yeah, and I got one more. Bug War.
Oh, fuck, dude. Did you know what you were reading in this? I didn't understand. I gave up.
No clue what I was reading.
Nope.
It got so now this is to be fair.
This is issue 5.
Issue 5. Yeah. It got so complex by the 4th page. I literally started skimming through it, but I was skimming through it like this going, I would read some panels. The art in this is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. And then the panels I was reading, there's so much depth and lore to it.
Oh, yeah.
What was that book that came out? It was Sideways. Started with an E.
Echo Lands.
Echo Lands.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the Echoland story because it was had such this incredible lore. Imagine if you were reading, this is going to be a terrible analogy. Imagine picking up something George R.R. Martin wrote, you're reading Dance of Dragons, issue number 12. You'd be like, I don't know what's happening, but it looks really cool. There's so complexity weaved in the characters. I'm going to read the trade of this when it comes out because I think if I started from issue number 1, I think I'm really going to like it. And then towards the end, I was like, who wrote this? This looks really good. Jason Aaron.
Yes, he did.
Jason Aaron. When he's on, he's on. When he's not bowing to political pressure and writing weird stories, he is a fantastic, fantastic writer, in my opinion. But Bug Wars, I think, was fantastic. The art's great. It's such a deeply complex story. You can't pick this up in issue 5 and know what the hell's going on.
No.
I would need to be in a dark room with one light and no distractions, like noise canceling headphones, no one talking to me or walking around me, to just fully concentrate on this. But anyway, I think it could be really good.
Yeah, I didn't put it in any pile because I was 3 or 4 pages in, and I'm just like, I can't. I don't have the brain width right now, and
it took a lot of mental energy.
Yeah, I didn't want to completely destroy it and be like, no, it's too confusing. It's like, well, that's partially
issue 5. Yeah. Same with me because I didn't have the brain power dedicated to it. I will get the trade and read it when it comes out because it seemed very interesting. Okay, let's do Skip It's. You want to do Skip It's?
Sure.
Oh, I got a lot of stuff for Skip It's.
Yeah.
I tried to put my Skip It's in order of worst to good.
Oh boy.
Okay, Skip It's.
Okay. The
That
almighty
says Pisk. Okay, you start. Let me see what you got.
Oh,
I think we're gonna have a lot of opposites here.
We already talked about this, but I put Wonder Woman up
Okay,
here.
yeah,
This piece of shit.
let me pull that up.
Oh my god.
Oh, this would actually be my 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th Skip It.
All right. Fuck Tom King. This piece of shit.
You really
Again,
feel-
every one of these issues has just been pathetic. This one, dealing with
Nakayama cover.
that's
It exists.
I don't sure. There you go.
That's better. At least look at the dude. I mean,
There
they
you
can't
go.
you draw eyes open. I mean, if I was at this one woman, I would have my eyes open.
Absolutely. There's just first off, he is completely cucked in this, and
Yes.
big time. And the terrible analogy that Tom King was doing with mice over the Capitol building. What's happening here? I wonder what's taking over at the Capitol. It's like, oh my god.
Giant mice.
Giant mice have taken over DC.
There are mice at the Capitol.
Oh my god. This is real. This is a real comic book. And that's the whole issue.
Giant mice.
And then you have the Mouse King. God,
Here's always been the challenge with writing, in my opinion, with writing Wonder Woman. You have Wonder Woman, like she is like alpha bitch of all women, right? She's like one step down from Superman power level type stuff, right?
Yeah.
She's from an island of Amazons, nothing but chicks.
Right.
Like, for all intent and purposes, she should be a lesbian, right? Like,
Okay.
it makes sense. But you got Steve in here, and he's like, yeah, he's a soldier, he's in the military, he's a blah blah blah, been to war, all this other stuff, but he can't hold a candle to Wonder Woman because she's Wonder Woman. So why would someone that's as powerful as Wonder Woman be attracted to this guy? Right? He doesn't exhibit any like alpha male characteristics whatsoever in this issue. Like, I wanted to punch him. I wanted to reach through this episode and punch him and be like, you're not representing, number one, men or guys in the military very well.
No.
He write him like a little bitch.
Walking around in a white t-shirt tucked in. He goes to shoot one of the mice, and she's like, whoa, back off, dude. What are you doing? Don't shoot this. It's like,
The mouse is innocent.
yeah,
Right.
it's like,
It's a
what?
fucking mouse.
What are you talking about? It's like,
And since when did she become so passive? Right?
Right. And then he
Uh,
becomes so like
Oh, go ahead. I'll tell you when I lost it.
this is one of the last panels of the book.
Uh-huh.
He's talking to Wonder Woman. He says, "You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, the strongest, the bravest, the kindest." And I was wondering if he wanted to go get coffee sometime.
So they just banged, I guess, the
Yes,
night before.
apparently, yeah.
And this is the morning after. They get up and there's some weird awkwardness there. And during this whole fight, Tom King is known for having complex relationship discussions with a bunch of action in the background, right? Like,
Yeah.
remember Miracle Man? They're doing all this crazy stuff and they're having
Oh,
like
Mr.
discussions.
Miracle,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mr. Miracle, sorry.
Mhm.
When she starts talking to the effing mice, I was like,
She's squeaking to him. She's
she
doing the
literally
squeaky
goes,
squeak.
squeak, squeak, squeak. When can Wonder Woman talk to animals? This is not a thing. She talks to animals. Like, oh my God, she can't talk to animals. And then why would she talk to the mice? Are like, squeak, squeak. We don't want to be here. Squeak, squeak. It's like
It's an evil mouse man taking a. It's like what are we doing?
God.
This is a DC comic book with one of the Trinity of
And
the
she's
Justice League.
talking to mice.
She's talking to mice. That's what this is.
Yep.
My God.
Yepper. Okay, I'll pick one.
Okay.
Rat City.
Rat City. Rat City. Hell yeah. I
I
hated this series since issue 1, but
Okay, so here's why I didn't like Rat City. The art is pretty good. Some great splash pages in there.
Mhm.
I mean, you expect that from Spawn. There's not a lot of Spawn's always been known for great art. I mean, come on, it's Todd's title. One of the probably best comic book artists of all times, arguably with whoever else. He's in everyone's top 5 discussion of best artists of all time. Dudes don't talk to dudes the way these dudes are talking to each other in here, right? So the Spawn dude is getting his ass kicked, and out of nowhere, the guy comes save him. And here's what he says when he goes, he goes, "Leave him alone."
I literally turned to that page where it says "Leave him alone."
Leave him alone. Yeah, show him leave him alone. And that's how I read it in my head. The way I read it in my head was, "Leave him alone." Like, so it's written by a girl, I believe, right?
I think so. Yeah, Erica.
Erica.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you never know nowadays, right? But
you don't.
So dudes just don't. If you were getting your ass kicked by somebody, and let's say I kicked the guy. Let's just say you're on the ground and the guy is beating the shit out of you, and I walked up and I like kicked him. And if I said, "Leave him alone," I'd be like, "That's so cringe." I'd be like, "Just let me get my ass kicked."
I was gonna
man.
say,
Like,
don't listen to him.
Don't say leave him alone. And then a little few pages later, he says, "You've been amazing, Peter." Dudes don't say that to each other. No one's like, I'm like, you know what, Kyle? Your reviews have been amazing. Your reviews have been amazing, Kyle.
Shut up.
It's
like, no one says that.
It's like, can I punch you now?
Please.
Like, don't. It's like, hey man, you're kicking ass, bro. You're doing pretty good. You're doing awesome.
Yeah.
You know what? That was really cool what you did back there. You're doing amazing, Kyle. You're doing amazing, Peter. Leave him alone. And then I don't know. The dialogue for me that just got me, man. Like, who's editing this again? Oh, let's look. I'm gonna steal yours and look.
Go ahead.
I mean, come on, man. Like, somebody's just Thomas Healy. You're a dude. I guess Thomas might. I mean, you know who I would say that leave him alone. I don't have one. If I had a 7-year-old and he's playing soccer and 4 kids were beating him up, I might say, I wouldn't even say that then. My wife would say, "Leave him alone."
Right.
I'm like, "Get off him. What are you doing? You little shit."
Right.
Anyway,
normal dude.
I mean, that really kind of ruined the whole thing for me. It's all. I mean, it may seem like it's a lot, but and then I just don't understand the stuff. The characters aren't compelling. I feel like they could be gay. They kind of lovingly touch each other a couple times in this. Like, I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't care if they are. Again, Midnighter and Apollo are 2 of my favorite characters in comics, and they are as gay as it gets.
Yeah.
And like, here we go. Like, I don't know. Like, if they're just say it. If they're gay, just let us know. That's fine. I ain't mad at them.
It is a future. So this takes place in the future with Al Simmons, like great grandchild or
I
something.
was just confused.
And it's like, this was already doomed from the get go when I read issue 1, and I just wasn't a fan, and it hasn't gotten any better. So
Yeah, I mean, if they're gay, then have them like kiss in that scene, right?
Yeah.
Because if they're not gay, I'm not going to hold anybody's. I'm not going to cradle them lovingly and look into his and gently caress his head and be like, and then later on be like, "You've been amazing, Peter." Please, I hope they're gay because it makes it less weird.
It's true.
It makes it less weird, right? Anyway, so let's skip it. Okay, go ahead, guys.
I have Bitchcraft #1. Thank you very much for having us read this.
That's my number 2 worst comic of the week.
My goodness gracious.
Bitchcraft.
I mean, this was already. Look, all right. I tried to go in with somewhat of an open mind.
I also did.
They are really trying from the literal title page to get me to hate this book. And my lord, by the time you get in there.
So,
I
got a lot of problems with this book. I'm going to do an entire episode just on this book.
Oh,
I've already decided. I'm going to do a whole deep dive in this book. So, one of the first things okay, let's talk about it. Let's get into it a little bit.
Okay.
This is an annoying page. I feel like they're letting me know who the characters are. You get 1 or 2 words for who they are. Aradil of the all-seeing eye, Michelle of Mother Earth's flesh.
It's adorable.
I don't know what that means. Are we all of Mother Earth's flesh, clay? I don't get it. Right. And then M of the living hellfire. Okay, cool. I'm expecting to see she's probably the evil one. This guy's maybe good. Maybe she's neutral. I don't know. Sure. Their foe, a beast of virtue, heaven bent on retribution. Okay, a little wordy there. And then there's some bullshit. And then when you turn the page, I love these 3 pages. I love this crazy religious fanatic in the congregation.
Sure.
This is great. Google's being nosy. Here, you can just. Okay, yeah, there you go. This art is pretty damn good right here, right? And then by the next page, these 2 pages, colors are beautiful, art's well done. I was like, okay. I wanted to like it. After these 4 pages, I was like, I can ignore the first page. Hopefully the rest is going to be like this because this is good.
Sure.
These 4 pages are very good comic-y storytelling stuff. And then you get to the rest of the book. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It super annoys me that they can't spell, like, this person's name is MTHR, mother. And when they say her name, they say it like the MTHR. So do they call her Mother? Yes. Hey, Mother. Hey, Mother.
They got lists.
Their name is Mother because there's no vowels in there. It's Mother. Hey, Mother. Okay, that's annoying. And then Mother goes on this big old rant, and it doesn't make any sense for what happened in the previous pages or what follows. It makes no sense. This is a waste of art, wasted opportunity. There's an eclipse, and then another wasted opportunity. They make this black unicorn appear that's supposedly this like amazing thing. Like they cause the eclipse by fucking up their magic, so they make this black unicorn appear. But in this epic moment, we get like one panelist unicorn and a bunch of bullshit words that mean nothing. They clutter this page up with all this dialogue. How about taking away some of the eclipse pages and give us a really cool splash page of a unicorn? This is a waste. People fly through this page so quick. You read this book, you're like, okay, they do a thing. Okay, there's stuff. Okay, next. Right? Give me a good splash page of a freaking black, that's a cool concept, a black unicorn. Again, it's annoying. And then they get changed. The last thing I was annoyed with, I don't know if these are guys or girls.
I don't know.
I don't know either. They get dressed to go out, And none of them have any kind of boobies at all. None.
Didn't
I
know.
mean, not even a bump.
Nothing.
Not, even if you have like almost no body fat, like fitness chicks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like fitness girls are really freaking fit. They have almost no body fat. They still have at least some bumps.
Yeah.
Nothing. And they wear these clothes where you can't tell the shirts. They have these tank tops on. And they all have chiseled chests.
Right.
All of them. And
Right.
I went back and reread this and I was like, did I miss something? Are these guys or girls? I don't know. I have no idea. And then they say later on, oh, you and your two girls. So they are girls. But are they girls? I don't get
When
it.
they want to be.
Black Unicorn, Missed Opportunity, 3 pages of a moon. Location in moon, yeah, all kinds of weird. And then just the story doesn't make sense. They do this thing where they make this eclipse, and everyone's telling them how bad it is they made this eclipse. You effed up, you got to fix it. And they're like, okay. And they're just kind of hanging out, walking around, going to a club, going to a little hangout with their friends, meeting up with some other people, casually hanging out. Like everyone's telling you did this major screw up thing, and you just don't care. Even Mather isn't yelling at them about it.
It's just gobbledygook.
I think I just did my deep dive in the book. It's
yeah.
I wanted to like it after those 4 pages. I really wanted to like this book, but no.
It lived up to its terrible title,
And here's the Pride variant. If anybody gives a crap,
it's actually better than the other one. But
kind of is okay. All right, you go ahead and pick the next one. I went off on a rant on that one.
Bloodletter, first issue.
Number 1, definitely not in my skip it. Go ahead.
And that's fair. I just didn't like this character. I didn't like her. I didn't like the whole premises. Now the art is fantastic. I feel this art was completely wasted. Put this on Rat City, and you may have something there. I don't know. You got to still change up the dialogue.
Mhm.
But this artist is very, very good.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's let down from a character that just randomly shows up. And I tried to go with her being like, oh, you're the devil. I'm the devil you created, Al. And now I need my retribution. And it, again, ties into the insane Spawn universe and mythos to where you have to have read all these Spawn issues and all these tie-ins.
They reference issue 301's reference in there.
Yep. And I'm trying to remember. I'm like,
that was what, 3 years ago?
Yeah. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, when did that happen? I guess. And so it's a chore. Like all of these Spawn universe books, they are a chore. But there was one better this week for damn sure.
Yeah.
That I had a lot more fun with.
Yeah, we'll get to that one too. I had different feelings about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, Detective Comics, I put that as a skip it.
Okay, I had it too.
First appearance of the Bat Drone.
Sure.
That's not a thing. So, who wrote this again? Taylor,
yeah.
So I feel like he's trying to be funny, add some comedy, but at the expense of who the characters are.
Mm-hmm.
Small example. Penguin does a thing with Batman. Batman's like, okay, I'm out of here. Penguin's like, what about me? And he's like, you'll be fine. He's like, but there's bears. And he's in this truck getting ready to drive away. And he's like, there's no bears. Next panel, silent. Next panel, he goes, but there are wolves. And then the next panel, he's in the truck with him. Got a little chuckle. But Batman would already know that. Batman would not be fucking with Penguin. Like, let me just play with them a little bit. Like, oh, there's bears. Come on in, you crazy guy. Get on in here. You can get in. Don't forget to buckle up.
Right.
It's just not Batman. Like, it's not
goofy.
Batman. Batman would not. And this is one of his rogues gallery. He's one of his enemies. He's probably tried to murder Batman many times.
Yes.
I didn't like the community. Plus, another problem I had with this was they're just moving from one place to another in the whole issue. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much all they're doing.
No, it falls into that trope of and then this happens.
Yeah.
And then this happens.
Yeah.
And then this happens. It's like, that's not storytelling. That's just you saying, and this, and then this, and then this, and then this.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. So I missed a few covers here. Here's some more of the New Gods.
Oh.
Anybody wants to see those? More New God covers are out. Pick your favorite if you want to buy them.
Good covers, but the story's just.
Yep, I agree. We talking about what's finest shit.
You did not.
Here's another Benjamin cover.
The Benjamin. All right.
If anyone wants to see that one. And there's a couple more I'm going to talk about here in a little bit. Talk about G.I. Joe a little bit, right?
We did.
We got these two alternate G.I. This is misleading. There's Transformers on them.
Whoa.
Not just that, but it's Optimus Prime. And he's nowhere near in the book
He's
anywhere.
in the book.
There's not a single Transformer in this issue.
What?
But it's a pretty cool cover anyway. Don't use Optimus Prime to sell your covers.
Hell yeah.
He's the leader of the Autobots.
You respect his authority.
Detective, there's an alternate cover. That doesn't happen in the book either, but that's okay. Benjamin.
I had Benjamin.
Okay, let's talk
I didn't
about
like
your
this
Benjamin.
character. I didn't like this. Oh, and it could be because I am not from LA and I am not West Coast, but this felt very LA West Coast. That lifestyle of a guy waking up, not knowing who he is, and then somebody explaining to him, like, do you know that you're this character from this sci-fi series? And this guy being like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You have a transponder wavy wine. It's like, you mean a cell phone? No, it's clearly a transporter Witsit Wazzle. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's that fish out of water series with the backdrop of Los Angeles now. And so it felt very much of that scene. And
Okay.
I'm not in that scene. I don't understand that scene. And after reading this, I really don't care about that scene.
Okay.
So I might read issue 2 just to see what happens, maybe. But like, I didn't fall in love with this.
I can see I didn't like the character either.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're supposed to like the character.
Maybe not.
I don't think you're supposed to like him. He's not a hero at all.
No.
Like, he's not a hero. He's the fish. You're definitely right about the fish out of water thing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they kind of start explaining things and you see the puzzle start to fall into place, I was kind of like, oh, okay, that's kind of a cool concept. I'm cautiously optimistic
That's
to
fair.
see where it goes.
Sure. And this could
To see
easily
where it
be a
goes.
meh, but
Yeah,
it's just there.
I could see.
Yeah.
That's why I made it into my
Meh.
my mez, because it was
That's fair.
okay. I'll reserve more judgment for later.
Sure.
I have World's Finest.
Uh-oh. What happened?
So
It's the great Mark Waid.
a lot of uncharacteristic reactions. A crap ton. Batman and Superman, in their alter egos, Clark and Bruce, are at a talk show, a podcast. Very important, not a talk show, a podcast.
Oh.
And they're also there with Commissioner Gordon and what's his face, Daily Planet, Perry White.
Very well. Okay.
So they're there together. They're all 4 of them are there together.
Okay.
At one point, they're walking. Lois is walking in front of those two, and Bruce and Clark are behind her.
Okay.
Bruce, keeping up with his ruse of being a billionaire playboy guy, right, says, "Hey, Lois, hoping we could go get a drink after this is over with." And Clark goes, like, that's the scene. He makes a look at him like he's upset, and no one can. So he's not putting on a show because no one's looking at him. You're supposed to believe that's genuinely Clark's reaction. Clark would be like, "I know he's full of shit.
Right.
I know he's keeping up his ruse. I know he doesn't really want to take her out."
Right.
He wouldn't react that way.
No.
Why would you write that way? He doesn't react that way. If it's just trying to get some comedy, okay. There's a part in here where a giant kaiju wraps Batman's super kaiju robot buster up in some tentacles, right?
Okay.
And the giant kaiju kind of thrown back, and Batman goes, "No!" Batman wouldn't scream no. He would have a plan for all of this. He may scream like "ugh" or "oh, you got to hit on me" or some kind of a grunt or something like that. Not a "no." I'll show you. It's just it's pretty.
I'm getting kind of tired of the kaiju monster.
There's a lot of kaijus. Here's the scene where he looks over at him.
Oh, what? Snaps.
Yeah, shoots him a look. Come on, man. You can hear his heartbeat. You know he's not being legit. There's another scene where Superman can react in nanoseconds, right? He's freaking Superman. Nanoseconds. I will give him the Bat Kaiju Buster is pretty cool. I will give you that. That's pretty cool. But there's a scene here. Oh, here's the no yellow panel. No, you're wrapping slimy green stuff on me. No. Whatever. No. And then Superman gets done. So Superman's on damage control while Batman's fighting the kaiju. He's putting out this beam. Top panel's over here. He stops, pauses. He hears something. His eye gets all big, and he goes, Batman. And then he flies to go save him and punches him in the head. Why do you got to have these panels there? Why? As soon as this is done, you could jump right from there. Have again, missed opportunity. You could connect these pages, let your artist have fun, have him fly from here somehow all the way across the page or something, and then bam, have a big old, make this a splash page of him punching the kaiju. And then Bruce could say something like, I got it, or something. I had that. So you show the quick movement. Okay. He doesn't need to pause and listen like, what is that? And then, Batman. And then he goes to rescue him. That's not what happens, man. He's Superman. Speed of thought. He can happen that quick. Anyway, just.
Yeah, in that amount of time for him to say Batman or even think it, he would have already been.
Yeah, in the time to say Batman, he could already. Boom.
And they could have done that. They could have spelled it out. Batman in that amount of time.
Oh, that'd been cool.
Between Batman and between the words,
just
saving him.
Yep. As soon as he fixes the steel beam, just have him go like bat, and then man, and then boom, and he punches up across the guy.
Yeah.
Page 9 and 10, bad. Page 12 and 13 were awesome. There's a nice dig on the manosphere in here. Like if you're a dude, most of you are probably dudes, and you watch YouTube at all, you're on YouTube right now. You get all the content from those guys, right? Red Pill guys, and some are terrible, some are good, some are all over the place, whatever, right? There's a totally dig on that whole thing in here. Like, okay, look,
that's Mark Waid.
Some of those guys are terrible. Some of them are really, really, really good. You can't just wipe out one entire. It's like me saying all comic book writers suck because that issue you wrote had some very bad writing in it. Doesn't mean all comic book writers suck. All content creators in that space aren't shitty anyway.
Right.
Okay. Anyway, what else you got?
Just a quick pastime number 3.
I didn't read pastime.
Look, baseball's boring as fuck. Baseball's always been boring as shit. I know the pitch clock has helped make it less boring, but watching it is boring, and I sure as shit don't want to read a comic book about a baseball game.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't read it.
It is
unless something happens, anybody die?
Very little.
Okay.
No one dies during the baseball game.
Okay, well, it would have made it more fun to read.
It would have helped. I would have taken anything at that point. I'm actually reading a book about a baseball game when I don't even want to watch baseball.
Imagine if one. That's a bad idea. If one player on every team died. That'd be horrible. It's like a Running Man type.
I would have taken it. That would have been fun. It's like this weird pitcher with his long beard, and he's like praying to God the whole time. And for a second, I thought it was like a race thing going on.
That'd be weird.
But I'm like, no, I don't.
What issue is that?
This is issue number 3.
I wonder if they're all about baseball. It's called Pastime.
I thought each one may have represented an inning of a baseball game. That's how boring it was.
9 issues of
just an inning of baseball.
Is this a sleepy time comic?
It's the bottom of the 3rd.
It's like an ASMR comic book. It can put you right to sleep. Right?
Oh,
okay.
God.
I really wanted to like this.
Oh, I have it here too.
I love horror anthologies.
I do too.
What'd you think of the first story of the shark? Yeah, it's a man.
It's
a man.
For an like, I was thinking like an old creep show, like goofy, fun. Okay, like, and I'm okay with having over the top characters. You're supposed to have over the top characters.
Yeah,
and it's always some drunken, abusive asshole dad. Usually 9 times out of 10, or 10 out of 10, the dad's usually a drunken asshole.
Yeah,
and
there's kind of some tropes. And then the last story is a crazy mom.
Yes,
which is another kind of trope, right?
Trope.
The psychopath mother overbearing woman and this crazy out of control dad. I mean,
yeah,
come on, man.
But and it's like, okay, that's my give. I give you that. Can you tell a fun story with that trope?
Yes.
And
I felt like the first and the last. The thing that made this a skip it is the fucking middle story. And that's Vendetti, right?
Was he the middle one?
I think so.
Surprised me.
I think so. I wanted to. They had me until I'll turn to the page.
It was Matt Kent.
Kent, there you go. Kent, sorry.
Yeah.
Matt Kent. He wrote some really good stuff for Bad Idea. He wrote Enoch and some other stuff.
That's still, I think, my favorite.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. Here's where it lost me.
The homeless person.
The homeless person. So dystopian future. She sees some water.
She drinks.
She sees some water. She drinks.
Mm-hmm.
A dude shows up wearing police gear, riot gear, with a baton and a bulletproof vest type thing. Clearly, whoever drew this doesn't know what bulletproof vest looks like or whatever. It looks like a very snuggly bulletproof vest. And he goes, "Stop! You want a drink? You gotta pay. Tired of you parasites grifting off the working man. Deadbeats like you are what ruined this world."
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, I'd like to hear the backstory of this guy that's control of the water. Maybe he dug a whole well by himself, and this homeless person just sat back and watched. Mm-hmm. And then when it was done, they wanted some free water. Well, why didn't you help dig the well too? I don't want to. What's the famous the Ronald Reagan speech? He's telling like a joke, and he goes, he's like, I was having. I'm gonna fuck this up. But basically, he says, I was having dinner with a family, and they're very, very liberal family, and they're talking about the girl's like, I think poor people should be able to eat. Everyone should be able to eat. And he goes, okay, I agree. He's like, so why don't you come over and cut my yard, cut my lawn, and do a bunch of yard work for me. I'll give you $20. You can then go give it to the homeless guy so he can eat. And the kid goes, why does the homeless guy just come over and cut your yard for $20? And he goes, welcome to the Republican Party. Now, I'm very middle of the road. He's pretty Republican over here. Don't tell anybody secret. But I just, this showed me insane. And then when you get to the next part of it is, it's all the same thing. Then we have they try to get into this camp, and there's 3 books that they make them throw away, right? 2 of them I agree with. You had to look really close to it. There are cultural studies, gender studies. Probably throw those away.
Nope.
And then Origin of the Species. Okay, well, come on, man. Really? I guess he's trying to make the point that this is like those 3 choices, especially the Origin of the Species, there's very Christian fundamental type views because they don't obviously subscribe to evolution. It gets very political. And then I need to see your papers. We're freezing. Do you have your papers or not? I don't have them. Burn my papers in the stupid government ID months ago. Why? I mean, that's like me What's wrong with asking for identification? You should have it to be able to vote, in my opinion. You should have it. I have several of them. I have a military ID. I have my disability medical card. I have my driver's license. I have a Costco and Sam's Club membership. I have all kinds of ID from my wallet. Why my Social Security card is floating over here on my desk? I got a passport at home. Why is it so terrible having ID? I don't understand, right? And then at the very end, they're that even under occupation by a hostile invader, Canada is still a free nation worth fighting for.
Canada. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, garbage.
The cover is fantastic.
They all are.
This cover is great. Talk about a great cover. The guys, I want to know what this guy's looking at that he's so terrified of. That he's looking up into the sky. He's got a pitchfork. Sometimes what you can't see is what's more terrifying. But he put this scary ass scarecrow behind him, which is also terrifying. So whatever he's looking at has got to be more terrifying than that scarecrow. This is a great, great cover. It's a great cover. It's a shame this middle story ruined the whole damn thing.
It's him looking at Canada, being like, oh, shit.
So, Matt Kent, I hope you live in Canada.
Probably.
I'm going to look it up.
I wouldn't be
surprised. If you don't, I'm sure they'd be happy to have you up there defending their
Yeah.
rights to be Canadian or whatever. Maybe you don't have to have an ID in Canada.
Yeah, fight for your right to party. Go for it.
Okay.
I have 2 left. I have the future.
Okay, I gave you the only copy that I didn't even read it.
Thank you. It's very kind of you. I'll just have you flip through it.
Oh,
Look,
boy.
I didn't read issue 1, so I was completely very confused about what actually was.
It looked intriguing to me. The future is effed.
Yeah, and again, it's a salacious title.
The hacker wars are over. The Black Hats won. You no longer have rights.
Yeah, see.
Only terms of service. Okay, that's a little bit interesting.
Yeah, it's the beginning of this was very. I'm like, it's just like this AI is running everything. It's very like Black Mirror episode-ish. But then I'm like, I'm like, who?
The art looks good. The colors did
Yeah.
a great job with all this pink wolves and the pink stuff.
Right. And I'm like, so is this world ran by an AI that runs everything and it's like a social credit score?
Without reading it, that's some really good work by the colorist. Good job on that colorist.
And I'm like, okay,
That's
like
really good.
That's interesting. Like I like that. I can go with that, but I don't even know who the main character is in this book.
It looks like it might be this black chick.
I think it's very difficult for them to actually pinpoint.
That's
who am I rooting for?
She's not in there a lot though.
Yeah, I'm like, who's the good guy here? And it's very much down with the patriarchy, and then you get, which of course it is.
But then you have the rest of the issue doesn't even have her other issues. She finally shows up after 6 more pages.
Yeah, it was very, very confusing, and I don't know if a lot of this is spelled out in issue 1. Might be, don't know, but I wasn't very thrilled to go back and read issue 1.
Interesting.
After this,
so fuck you on this next one. That was really good.
Oh, you.
Let me get to mine first.
All right, please.
Catwoman. This is the worst book of the whole week.
Wow.
I was so mad at this book after I got done reading it. This is one of the first ones I read this week.
Okay.
The Dan Panosian cover is fantastic.
I love that cover.
Great cover. So Catwoman isn't in her Catwoman outfit at all. She's wearing some kind of black onesie that are shorts. That's weird. Women just don't wear that stuff. I have 3 sisters, a mom, wife, a stepdaughter. None of them would ever wear what Catwoman's wearing in this. They censor it for some reason. I think she says shit twice and they black it out, which is super annoying. This isn't supposed to be for kids. Why would you not let her say the word shit? Okay. There's 108 panels in this book.
Holy shit.
54 of them have Catwoman in it. Only half the book has Catwoman in it. Wow. She's sitting for 7 panels. She's standing for 30 panels. Just her head. Oh, sorry. She's being held by somebody, either her hair or her back, for 12 panels. She's crouching for 3 panels, punches for 1, kicks for 1. It's the most ridiculous drunk kick I've ever seen. Running for 1 and jumping for 1. There's not a single sound effect in the entire issue. And the colors are horrible. I'm sorry, colorist. A lot of these covers are they just put it on top of the main cover. Weird. I wonder how they order that from the printer. So it's basically a double cover. A lot of DC books are like that. The variant just has the main. If you buy it on accident, I wanted the main cover, just rip it off, and then you have the main cover right there. I don't want the stupid variant. I only click cover A's. Well, fuck you. You get them both.
There you go,
Mr. Douchey. I hate variant cover guy. Anyway,
so
yeah, they're. What was I going to look up again? Oh, the colors are very muted.
They are.
They're very muted. There's just not a lot of. That's just one page for them to be a little fair. Again, there's just a lot of people standing around talking. I don't know who released. Now, again, this issue 77. Issue 77. Can we get a reboot, please? I would be. The advertisement had better colors in it than
every damn book.
Than the issue. It's just terrible. Not a single sound effect. For example, they shoot this dude to try to get a reaction out of her.
No blams?
Not a blam, not a
Oh.
kapow, boom, bang,
Ka-chunk?
anything. I mean,
Zip.
Something.
What?
And then let me show you this great kick.
It's a Catwoman kick?
There's a slight twist.
Okay.
She palm strikes this dude. They always putting hands all over her. This guy really likes to have hands on her throat.
Who wouldn't?
I mean, some girls, I guess, like that. Anyway, there's her weird palm strike.
Right.
Which is weird because she's crouching down away from him. She turns to face him, but then she turns to punch, like she's already facing him. Anyway. Okay. And then, okay, just weird stuff. And here's the kick. I mean, what?
Holy Lord.
What? Your legs don't bend that way.
Holy hell. That is literally like a 90-degree angle kick.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. But that's just, yeah.
Wow.
That's one of the most actiony pages of the whole book. And get ready for the second action page. Here we go. Oh, look at that. She's jumping. Woo! But before that, look up here. She's running. Oh, man. She runs and then she jumps. Oh, wow.
That's Catwoman.
I mean, yeah, she's so Catwoman-y. That's
what she does. She does run and jump.
Highlight of this issue is the back 2 pages. Can't wait to see Superman.
Woo!
Horrible. Okay, tell me what you didn't like about Vanishing Point.
Well, first off, Mark Russell's a piece of shit.
Okay, is that the writer?
Yeah.
Okay.
He wrote Superman Space Age, which was awful, and Batman the Dark Age, which was even worse than that.
Okay.
Somehow. Some of the worst, I think arguably the worst Superman story and the worst Batman story probably ever of all time.
I want to read them now.
They're awful.
What are they again?
Superman Space Age and Batman Dark Age.
Okay.
They're like thick.
A lot of ages.
Yeah, they're like dark. They're like thick paperback.
Okay.
Like they're square bound.
Oh,
but
I'll write that down.
Very bad. And this one, I was really confused.
Okay.
So it's the Jetsons meets Walking Dead. I don't know, like what the hell happened in the it literally went from Jetsons to a guy dreaming he was with the Jetsons.
I want to go back and read. This was issue 2, wasn't it, or 3 or something like that?
I think so.
Mad Cave issue 2.
Issue 2.
I want to read issue 1 really bad.
Okay. I honestly was like, wait, he's dreaming? And he's not?
So there were certain hints in here towards the. I like that it doesn't beat you over the head right away with what's happening. There's little hints in the Jetson-y scenes that let you know, like, okay, something isn't right here, right?
Yeah.
And I literally thought this was. I was reading a kid's book when I first opened. I didn't know anything about it. I thought it was the Jetsons.
Right.
And then I was like, but this isn't right. The colors are off. These aren't the Jetsons. Their names are a little different. The way he talks to Judy, whatever her name is,
you have
weird.
The Che Guevara posters in here.
Okay. Yep. And then he's got the scruff, dirty face, the eye patch.
Mm-hmm.
And then you slowly can start to piece together, okay, this isn't right. And then for me, when they revealed, I was like, oh, now I see. And then they hit you with, when these guys show up, I was like, what? And then every time they revealed something else to me, I was like, oh shit. Oh again. Oh man, this is crazy. Like they couldn't wait for this guy to die to take his shit. Like,
yeah, it's just a homeless guy that's getting high.
But he's not homeless. He lives in this like shack, and they even make a comment. They're like, it's a shame he couldn't afford more of this stuff because he's living in this great middle class house. And you're going, this place is a dump.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a one room on top of a roof.
I know.
I want to read the first one and I want to read the next one. Needless to say, isn't making it into my tops.
And That's fair. I was just
I thought it was unique storytelling.
okay.
I was excited about it, especially after reading a lot of the other crap that we just went through.
That's a lot of crap.
I thought this was pretty good. I enjoyed
Okay.
it. I
Hey,
enjoyed
you're
it. Hey,
entitled.
different opinions,
Different
right?
opinions.
That's why we both read them, and
Yeah.
it's not just one of us saying shit. Okay, we're already an hour and 10 minutes into this, guys. Wow, a lot
Ooh.
of skip and submits. Oh, by the way, in case you didn't notice, there's no Marvel because I didn't. Marvel's a week behind our ordering, so this is just stuff from Lunar. Next week, we'll have Marvel reviews for you too. Okay, look for our other video for the top 10. We're going to end this right now so we can get into it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. And we'll see you in the next video that is probably watching. Or if you're to watch the other video, thanks for watching this one. Okay, see you later. Bye. Oh, what do I say? Buy what you like, collect what you want, and don't listen to the haters. I forgot. Yes. Okay, awesome. See you guys.